We met where fire kissed the sky, but in your eyes the world was shy. We had no roof, no place to go, just trembling hands and falling snow. You smiled at me with broken shoes and whispered we survived, we choose. So from that ash a home we spun, two silent hearts that beat as one.
In a quiet corner of Hiroshima, beneath a plum blossom tree that blooms faithfully every spring, lives a man named Masaru. He is 98 years old. His back is bent, his steps slow, but his memories sharp, vivid, sacred.
He doesn't say much anymore, just sits on the wooden porch of the home he built from ashes. In his hands, always, is a photo. It's of Aiko, his wife, his only love, the girl he met in the wreckage of war.
They were just teenagers when the bomb fell, strangers when the sky turned to fire and their world disappeared in a flash. But when Masaru saw Aiko, covered in dust and trembling by the river's edge, something inside him said, "Stay," and he did.
They survived on scraps, on kindness, on sheer will. They planted flowers in soil, still healing. They rebuilt their lives, brick by brick, hand in hand. No children, no riches, just poetry, peace, and tea shared in silence.
Masaru called her his autumn, because every year as the leaves began to fall, her beauty deepened. Her voice grew softer, but wiser. Her eyes always found the light. He said, spring was for others, but she was my golden season.
For 50 autumns, they walked the same paths, folded laundry, lit lanterns, held hands during typhoons. And every October, he gave her a new haiku tucked into her scarf. She said she didn't need gifts, just his words.
2 years ago, Aiko fell ill. Masaru sat beside her every day, brushed her hair, read her the same poems again and again, until one morning she simply didn't wake.
He didn't cry, not at first. But 3 weeks later, he picked up a pencil and began to write something different. A song.
Not for money, not for fame, but because he couldn't say goodbye out loud. He wrote about autumn, about teacups, about the hum of her voice at night, about the silence now.
A family friend, a translator, found the pages. And with trembling hands, she offered it to the producers of this show, hoping someone, somewhere, could give his words breath again.
Tonight, that song is no longer just paper. Tonight, two voices, small, pure, and unburdened by time, will carry Masaru's love into the world.
This is not just a performance. It is a memory, a promise. A final love letter sung from one heart to another.
This is 50 Autumns, One Love.
We met where fire kissed the sky, but in your eyes the world was shy. We had no roof, no place to go, just trembling hands and falling snow. You smiled at me with broken shoes and whispered we survived, we choose. So from that ash a home we spun, two silent hearts that beat as one.
I wore the kimono once my mother wore. You poured warm tea behind a shattered door. We planted hope in soil so thin and prayed the world would bloom again. The temple bells, they rang for peace, but our love never needed priests. You brushed the wind out from my hair, and every year you found me there. 50 autumns, one still flame, one carved path, one whispered name. Even as the colors died, you were my dawn, my evening tide. and that was enough.
The neighbors left, their lights grew dim, but I still saved your favorite hymn. I sang it low beside your bed when the doctors shook their heads. Your hands were thin, your voice was slow, but your goodbye was soft and low. If this is where our story ends, no, I choose you all over again.
The war forgot our names and face, but in your arms I found my place. And if the heavens hear me now, I'd still kiss your wrinkled brow. 50 autumns, still you stay in every cloud, in every ray. I watch the garden from our seat, still feel your warmth beneath my feet. And when my last breath finds the skies, I'll walk to you through golden light. 50 autumns, one love, and that love's still right.
They say love fades with time, that memories blur and grief quiets down. But tonight proves something else, that true love doesn't vanish. It echoes. In every note sung, in every tear shed, in every breath still taken for someone who's gone. Masaru may never step on a stage. He may never see millions of views. But what he had with Aiko was the kind of love that outlives applause. It was quiet. It was patient. It endured war, silence, illness, ending. And now, through the voices of children far from his home, it lives again. We honor not just Masaru and Aiko tonight, but all the silent love stories we'll never hear. The ones not written in headlines, but in folded napkins, in daily tea, in holding hands during storms. Thank you, Masaru, for reminding us that even after 50 autumns, love can still sing. And tonight, it did.